In this video, we are going to be continuing with liberalism, and we are going to look at the individual. The concept of the individual in Western political thought came after the end of the feudal era. During the feudal era, people were seen as elements in the social groups, within a family, within a village, a local community, or social class. I repeat, during the feudal era, people were seen as elements in social groups, within a family, within a village, within a local community, or within a social class. The individual by himself had no identity. He only had a group identity. As we saw in the previous video, the feudal era began to end as rational and scientific explanations came to replace religious theories and traditions. For the first time, the individual was not only seen as an element in a group, but as an independent being with his own character and identity. These individuals were thought to be vested with natural rights, which were thought to be given by God, as Hobbes and Locke would go on to write. I repeat, for the first time, the individual was not only seen as an element in a group, but as an independent being with his own character and identity. This began with the Age of Enlightenment and with the Enlightenment thinkers. The individuals were thought to be given or bestowed with natural rights which were God-given, as Hobbes and Locke would go on to write. So what are natural rights? Is there a single definition of natural rights? No, there is no single definition of natural rights. So man is endowed with certain natural rights which cannot be transgressed by any authority. John Locke would define natural rights as life, liberty, and property. I repeat, natural rights was defined something like this. Man is endowed with certain natural rights which cannot be transgressed by any authority. The German thinker Immanuel Kant expressed the worth of the individual similarly. The individual is an end in himself. He is not to be considered as a means to achieve another's ends. Kant believed in the dignity and equal worth of human beings. I repeat, Kant believed in the dignity and equal worth of all human beings. This line of thought highlights the cracks within liberalism. The problem of coordinating the ideas of uniqueness of each individual and equality of all individuals. Very important point, I'll repeat it. This line of thought highlights the cracks within liberalism, that is, the problem of coordinating the idea of uniqueness of each individual and letting him pursue his own conception of the good, and contrasting this with the equality of all individuals, because equality needs everyone to be the same. So in one view, we are saying that every individual is unique and he has his own conception of what a good life is and we should allow him to pursue that. On the other hand, we are saying that everybody is the same. Going further, the liberal view is also criticized by the communitarians as being atomistic. Instead of looking at the community as a whole, liberals look at individuals who are like atoms in an element. C.B. Macpherson in 1973 characterized this early liberalism as possessive individualism, as this view looks at the individual as the owner of his own abilities, owing nothing to the society. I repeat, Macpherson says that early liberalism is possessive individualism, which looks at the individual as the owner of his abilities, owing nothing to the society. Of course, this is not true. That is what the communitarians say. Later liberals like Rawls have had a broader view of the individual, giving him social responsibilities. So what is individualism? Individualism is the belief that each individual is supreme in his own existence and cannot be treated as being subservient to any community or society in existence. I repeat, individualism is the belief that every individual is supreme in his own existence, that is, by himself. He cannot be treated as being subservient to any community or society in existence. So let's just look at the different kinds of individualism also. So we'll look at methodological individualism, that is, it is the line of thought which says that individual is central to any political theory or social explanation. All statements about the society must be made in terms of the individuals who compose it. I repeat, methodological individualism is the line of thought which says that The individual is central to any political theory or social explanation, and all statements about the society must be made in terms of the individuals who compose it. We'll also look at ethical individualism, which believes that the society should be composed so as to benefit individuals, giving moral priority to individual rights and interests. I repeat, ethical individualism believes that the society should be composed so as to benefit individuals, giving moral priority to individual rights and interests. It is, ethical individualism is concerned with giving moral priority to the individual rights and interests. Classical liberals and the new right subscribe to egoistical individualism, which focused on addressing the interests of the self. That is, it is called egoistical individualism. All theories are formed around the individual, his rights and needs. It focuses on curbing the rights of the state and society upon the individual to a bare minimum. I repeat, it focuses on curbing the rights of the state and society over the individual to a bare minimum. We look at modern liberals who subscribe to developmental liberalism. It focuses on the development of the individual in his own interests and that of the society rather than just focusing on his existence. So, early liberalism focused on the existence of the individual and his rights against that of the society. Modern liberals subscribe to developmental liberalism, which focuses on the development of the individual in his own interests and that of the society rather than just looking at his existence. We will continue looking at liberalism in the next few videos. Thank you.